Hi, I'm Lindsay, and today I'm going to demonstrate two strategies that teachers can use in the classroom. The first one is the Frere model, and the Frere model helps with vocabulary. And I'm also going to practice the think aloud strategy that students can use. And as I'm demonstrating this, I'm going to be playing the teacher and the student. When I'm explaining the model, I'll be the teacher, and when I'm doing the think aloud strategy, I will act as if I were a student. So the word I'm going to use today is grapheme, and I've already written grapheme in the center of our model. And over here, we have the definition, characteristics, non-examples, and examples that will help us describe our word. So, I'm going to transition into being a student. Characteristics of grapheme. Well, I know this has something to do with reading, and sometimes I like to split words up to help me understand them. So, let's look at graph. Well, I know graphs are used to represent things. You can draw them to show the relationship between different things. So, that's something that I should keep in mind. And then eam, well, I don't really know why that's there. I just know it has something to do with language. So if I'm putting those two things together, I think maybe we're drawing something to represent language. So what do we use to draw language? Well, letters, we use letters and symbols. Punctuation marks maybe, so maybe I'll write some of that down. So drawing something to represent language, and this might be letters or symbols. So we have drawing letters and symbols to represent language. So maybe this is like spoken language, and when we're doing that, it represents sound. So we're writing letters and symbols to represent sound, and it's a visual representation, and it's kind of like a code. So I'm going to write, maybe it's some kind of code. Okay, so non-examples. Well, I know there has to be a relationship between these two things, so it's probably not just a sound. So a sound, I've learned about what that is. I think those are called phonemes, so it's probably not just a phoneme. And they're probably not just letters, so it's not just letters, so that would be a non-example, or symbols. So what is it? Well, I've decided that they're letters, so that could probably mean every letter in the alphabet, so all 26 letters. And they're letters that make sounds, which is all of them, but I also know that you can have combinations of different letters to make one sound. Like, if I'm thinking of the letter F, which makes the f sound, I know that just the letter F makes that sound, but I also know PH makes that sound, and GH. So those all make the f sound. So there must be sequences of letters. I can think of another one. O-U-G-H sounds like ooh. And I-G-H just makes the sound I. So those are some examples that I've come up with. So now I have to put all of this together and come up with a definition. So let's see. I think I'm going to say all written symbols or letters, or sequences of letters that represent a single phoneme. So my definition of grapheme is all written symbols or letters or sequences of letters that represent a single phoneme. Okay, so that's how a student would do the think aloud strategy, and now I have demonstrated how the FRAIR model works. Thank you.